It's been 64 years! Look how long my hair's gotten! No, okay, it's been a really long time since I've done one of these, but I feel like now is a really good time to bring it back. Autofocus fails me again. Let's sort that out. There we are. Right, so yeah, it's been a hell of a long time since I've done one of these videos, and I thought, what better time than when I last did Vlogmas, which was a well-intentioned series of festive vlogs that went down the tubes when life went down the tubes. So about this time last year, I posted a tribute to my father, Terry Grantham, who we still love and miss. But I just thought, for those who know me, but maybe haven't seen me for a while or want to catch up a little on my antics, I thought I would post a little update on things. So you're probably not interested, so off you go. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you, I've got the Christmas tree up in the flat. Liz helped me out. We've got lights all around the place, not my bed covers, ignore those. Yeah, this is my brand new place. Finally moved out and got my finger out and got me a full-time job. I'm sure everyone's very proud of me. Give me a round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, so I just thought I'd take a little time to reflect on 2017 and what a unique year it has been so far. So basically, you know how last year ended. I lost Dad to brain cancer. It was about 1 long month and a half from November to December of him having the brain cancer, and this year has had its problems. For example, it's been getting in the way of my work life and professional life a little bit, in that I have developed a sense of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, in that I do occasionally find things are going well for the day or whatnot, and then suddenly a thought pops into my head, and then suddenly everything's stressing me out a little more. My job at BP used to stress me out anyway, but then when you got that thought in your head, like it can be a song, it can be a cheese, he loved cheese, things like that remind you of it, and then you suddenly got customers coming at you on a busy Sunday afternoon like bullets. It's like, whoa. And then when you think, he died of brain cancer, I've seen what brain cancer can do to people, and I have to sell people cigarettes. And yeah, like, I don't take the money for myself, I don't choose to do that, I'm only doing my job, but I'm still the one handing them over it. And I'm not judging any smokers or anything, but we know the risk is there, and I'd rather have no part in it. But with the end of the year looming, I did move jobs to a rescue coordinator position at a inbound call center. So I now just help people out that have had breakdowns rather than selling overpriced products and fuel. So yeah, that's changed, but I think the biggest change in 2017 has been the addition of my beautiful girlfriend, Liz, who is not here. She's at uni. She moved all the way from Germany to be here with me and to study her drama course at university, and she's truly special. She's been my motivation for moving out, getting the full-time job, just making a real change in everything. She just kind of came out of nowhere, you know? And yeah, no, she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, but like I'm not just gonna brag here, alright? Liz, if you're watching this, I hope you're happy. But yeah, no, so like things have definitely been looking up for me, and I did take some counseling to try and familiarize myself with my grief of Dad and everything. And it did teach me a few hard lessons. Like in my video, Vlogmas Day 2, the rest of my life, I kind of went into great detail about the amazing person he was that always did the right thing at every turn, you know, Saint Dad, I guess. And true that he was a very special individual. He was out of focus. No, he was a lovely guy. He always had the best intentions and everything, but it has been a hard road of when you learn that someone you long to see again isn't perfect, and when you have to accept that they're not perfect and that they didn't do things perfectly for you, and that has affected the way life can go sometimes, affected your confidence, affected the way you can handle things. I've always had the support of my friends who think I'm very brave and everything, but there are times when I think back to what times when he didn't handle things well, or when it got to me, things that he might have said when in a bad mood or something, and it's kind of like sometimes I worry too much about what he's gonna think and his judgment and everything, and I think that's important and all, but then sometimes you have to remember that he wasn't necessarily right about something, you know? It's been a bit of a rough road familiarizing myself with the reality of the situation, is that he's not alive anymore. He's not here among us anymore, and he's not, but at the same time, he's not perfect, and it's been a hard road of seeing that life can go on without him, and that I can be happy without him, and I almost feel like that's belittling sometimes, but my advice to anyone in grief is that this wasn't your fault and it wasn't your choice. You could never have seen this coming, and I have to tell myself that, you know? I'm probably rambling a little bit now, but like, damn it, I was doing so well. I really wanted to get that done in one take. Where was I? So, yeah, like what happens isn't our choice and stuff, but at the same time, I do have this little theory that I would like to share with you all about life and death. Is that there's that saying that all the while we are living, we are dying. So, with every experience we have, and every second that ticks by in our life, we're dying. Like, our life is ending. We're getting closer and closer to death. And when you feel that, like, when you think about it, right, what we do is projected out into the world around us. Like, the ideas we'll share, the words we'll say, will have some kind of a sense of influence. And I do have this theory that humans are comprised of 100% influence. It's the soul, I guess. And as we are living, and with every word we say, a little bit more of our soul is coming out, just a little bit more. And whatever I say here, a little bit more is coming out. It doesn't matter where it goes, but it's coming out. And we humans do affect the world that's around us. So my idea is that when we lose a person, we are only losing that person's body, in that their influence is still there. The words are still here. I can predict what my dad would think of something, and I can predict how he would feel about things and what he'd say in a way that I don't think I could before. And maybe that's just me clutching at straws here for a happy medium, but I believe that if I want to see Dad, I only have to look around me. Because he was the one telling me to get off my ass and get a full-time job. And he was the one that was concerned about when I'd finally move out of Mum and Dad's house. And he was the one that insisted on getting a self-decorated tree. You know, he had a fiber optic one that's pre-decorated. Where is the fun in that? Like, me and Liz, we put all that up, and it was fun. And so, yeah, like sometimes a person's influence can be the things that you disagree with and how you make your own decisions, you know? So I think it's all part of it, really. Overall, 2017 has been a fantastic year, and I'm so grateful for everything that's come my way this year. It really feels like the tides have turned this time, and I hope the same can be said for my amazing mum and sister, and Coco, and all my family members. Toby too. Can't forget the little dog. So, I'm going to try and wrap this up now. I realise that I've already probably outstayed my welcome here. But just don't fret, you know? Like, it can seem like the world is ending, but things get better. Life will always start anew. And it has. There is proof of that. You just have to let it. Don't let yourself get down. Stay optimistic, because we don't lose people. We don't. We just lose bodies. And with a body comes a voice and a face, and we may love that, and that's great. But I'm pushing myself out of my body. We all are. With every word we say, with every step we take. And he did the same, and now he's all out. He's here. So that is the story of getting over grief, kinda. And I hope that if there's anyone out there that is losing someone or has lost someone, that this can kind of speak to you, because it sure as hell, like, it's something that made me feel better, like, but as well as that, without, like, reaching some kind of mental equilibrium to get there, because I understand there's going to be panic, and there's one guy that did help me out with that, who I've already talked about in a previous vlog, Heath, who taught me, well, using paraphrasing of Bruce Lee, to flow with what is, to bend like a reed and not snap like a twig. And yeah, but I'd also like to issue out a huge thanks to all of my friends, and especially a giant thanks to Liz for being there for me, for making this year truly special. And I love you. And also a thanks to Dad for still being here. Right, so if you follow me on the social media, I know what you're thinking. Where is Sense of Right Alliance? And I'm here to tell you, it's coming, alright? I keep setting myself these targets that I'm not meeting. Now, the thing is, the reason it's taken so long is because there's been a lot of maintenance done into getting this to be the best production it can be, to truly understand what we're going for here. Like, I've been brainstorming amongst producers. It started out as a 6-episode thing, later went on to being a 12-episode thing, is now a 5-episode thing. Episode 1 is almost finished. We've got literally like one scene left to film of it, and I can't wait to get it out to you guys. Aiming for a Christmas time release. Very unlikely though, I will say that. But it's on its way. That's one point I wanted to make. So it's gonna be great, alright? We've got a fun blend of American and English style humors, and like everyone involved is fantastic. They're all given a lot of enthusiasm, and so yeah, I can't wait to show you all Sense of Right Alliance. It is on its way. It won't be long. Thank you so much.